Welcome to the Femalepreneur Coach podcast. I am your host, Rebecca Barr. I am a transformational mindset and business coach and six-figure award-winning female entrepreneur. Ladies, I'm here to tell you that business and making money doesn't have to be hard when you're in alignment and flow. Inside this podcast, I will be showing you how to transform your mindset to program it for success, how to maximize your money vibrations, and how to redesign your business for ultimate financial and time freedom. You know you are meant to live an epic life. Now it's time to claim it. Hi ladies, welcome to another episode of my brand new mini series on my podcast, The Femalepreneur Coach, where I am sharing with you all of the things that I know about all of the things if I had to start again in 2023. And today it is all about business. So if I had to start my business today in 2023, the lessons that I would be leaning into in order to ensure that I hit six-figure success, not only quicker, but also with more joy, in more alignment, and really playing into my zone of genius. So full disclaimer, by the way, I've got an eye infection in case anybody notices that, but I wanted to show up for you guys and really support you in the most practical way that I can. So I've made some notes today, try and keep it on track, because essentially business, I could talk about so many things. I could talk about strategy, I could talk about funnels, marketing, like all of the things, but really I wanted to give you like a top level view of what I thought would be super useful. So the first thing I would love to say is if I was to create a brand new business in 2023, what I would do is really lean into why. So I did a podcast episode on this the other day, and it is ultimately the question that drives absolutely everything in your business. And if you can get clear on that, i.e. why your business is important, why it needs to be you that serves your clients, and why it needs to be now that they invest in your services, then it's going to give you not only so much clarity on all of the other things that come after that, i.e. your marketing, your copy, your content, where you're advertising your services and all the things, but it's also going to really help you with your mindset and create a business that is truly sustainable. So this is where you then understand, all of those things that will essentially help to sell your business. So why it needs to be you, why it needs to be now, but also it's going to give you, if you've got that higher purpose, mission and values in your business, and that deeper connection as to your work and why you want to be doing it, it's going to give you that bounce back ability when things don't work out. It's going to ensure that you've got a sustainable business. That means that it's no longer about you. You can remove your ego from situations. It's all about the mission and the cause. And that's something that I just feel really passionate about, that, you can build any old business in 2023 and one that you believe is going to make you money. But when the going gets tough and when things don't work the first time and you need to dig deeper to come back stronger and better than ever, really having a higher purpose attached to why it is that you're doing it will really support you in building that resilience and that creativity and that sustainability and that bounce back ability, which is so important in business. I see so many incredible women, and essentially 60% of businesses are going to fail within the first 3 years anyway, and there'll be loads of reasons as to why that is. It's not all about the person. It can be the economy and financing and all the things, but typically those women, female-led businesses, have the highest startup and close down rates in business. And I think it's because statistically we're more likely to start a business from a place of necessity. I just need to make money because I've got kids and commitments and things, bills to pay, rather than this is something that I feel really passionate about and it has to be done. Therefore, we don't have the sustainability factor that you need in business, because it's all about playing the long game, in my opinion. And as somebody who's been around now for like 8 years in business, and prior to kind of embedding all of the learnings that I'm sharing with you and investing in my own growth mindset over the years, there were lots of things that I tried before I ever really made it successful and before I really ever committed to the process. So definitely always start with those 3 questions. So why is it important that what's the higher purpose of this business, why you? Why are you the best placed person to serve your clients? So that really links then into your brand story and your connection to your work. And then why now? Like, educate your audience. Why is the timing perfect for them to really invest in your services now? So the next thing that I would obviously love you to really lean into is getting clarity on your ideal client. Now, when I talk about ideal client, it's not about an avatar, a person, a particular age, a level of disposable income, where they spend their time at the weekends, because I know that that can get so many women stuck on even taking action in their business because they're so caught up on who it is that they want to serve. I believe when we're talking about ideal client, it's about more about finding the golden thread between your potential clients. Like, who is it that ultimately, ideally, you would love to help? And yes, you might have an idea in terms of level of affordability, and you've got to make sure that they're in a place to invest in your services. I mean, I would love to help absolutely everybody, but there's lots of different ways that I can add value and serve my clients that isn't an exchange of my own personal energy. It could be through creating free resources, having this YouTube series, having a podcast, a blog. It could be doing collaborations. There could be lots of other initiatives, online courses, self-studies, low ticket masterclasses, memberships that don't require the high ticket, high energetic exchange of one-to-one coaching. So you have to have an idea of who it is that you're talking to, and what it is that they ultimately want. Like, what is keeping them up at night? What would they be really motivated to purchase? And ensuring that they are actually in a place where they're problem aware and ready to solve it. So a lot of the time we want to talk to the people that don't even necessarily have an awareness of the fact that things could be different for them, and we end up trying to convert people to our way of thinking. Now, for me, as an energetic exchange, that becomes a drain. I want to only work with and talk to the women that already know that they need some level of help, that already know that. So it's about preaching to the converted. I always tell my clients to do this: speak to the people that are already somewhat curious as to what it is that you serve, what you deliver, what you talk about, how you can help them. Don't try and convince people that they need your support. It is the quickest way to burn out. So instead, speak to the people that are already somewhat aware that they have a problem. They are already motivated to go and find a solution, and you then become that next natural step in that process. You become the obvious choice and the go-to person for that ideal client. So really make sure that you're speaking to those people. The next thing is around ensuring that you have a really clear offer or promise, whatever it is, if you're a service-based entrepreneur, so that people can really start to self-identify that you are that person that they want to work with. So an example on this that I often get is, when I had my baby, I wanted to work with a fitness coach. Now, I obviously went onto Instagram and instantly regretted that broad brush approach. I just want to work with somebody who can help me with my fitness. And I really had to start narrowing it down to the people that specifically could help me with the fact that I was postpartum, so that I'd had a baby and that I was breastfeeding, that I didn't necessarily want to lose weight, that I wanted to increase fitness because I didn't really need to do that. And it was the people that had the clear promise, clear guy, clearly spoke directly to me and could deliver the result that I wanted, didn't have vague, ambiguous language. Like, I will help you to get fitter, happier, be wealthier. Like, what does that mean? So I think as coaches and service-based entrepreneurs, we really need to start becoming more accountable to the tangible outcomes of our services as well as the intangible, because that's what makes it truly investable. And we need to hold ourselves accountable to those measurable outcomes, and ensuring that it is, there's a clear alignment between what the person wants and each other's expectations, essentially. So make sure that you have a clear offer or promise for that person. Like, what can they actually experience if they invest in your services? And yes, success may look like different things for different people, and it can be difficult having that clear offer or promise, but as much as you can get that down to something that really makes sense and is going to speak directly to your hell yes clients, the better. That will really help save you some time and energy. The next thing is around ensuring that you are not lowballing yourself on your prices. And I find this a lot when women are coming, either transitioning it into a new phase of business, maybe into a new offer, maybe to a new area of expertise, a new product, a new service, or actually even just starting up their business in the beginning. The first thing they're going to do is lowball themselves and want to pitch everything out for free, exchange of energy, very low ticket. And I would really love you, obviously, as a money mindset coach, to refrain from that and instead stop negating all of the previous experience that you bring to the table and your commitment to your clients going forwards. Instead, honor all of that previous, like that beautiful, rich journey that you've had up until this point that really makes you the right person for the job, so that you can, because otherwise you have a business that's not sustainable. I see this time and time again where coaches are actually encouraging people to really lowball their prices at the beginning and almost feel like they need to earn their stripes in business before they can ever charge anything that is sustainable. Well, I would rather pay high ticket to somebody who I know is only managing and holding space for a few clients, rather than somebody who is super overworked, super overwhelmed, not being compensated. Like, the energy is going to be different. That never feels good to me. To work with somebody in a super low ticket offer, I'll always look for a VIP upsell to see if there's something where I can get a better experience. So I would love to, again, if you're not sure and you're not, either meet me inside my Millionaire Mindset Bootcamp, because we really go dive deep into the money mindset work needed around pricing as an entrepreneur. So I'd love for you to come and meet me there, or revert back to the original question. Why you? Why are you the perfect person? Because chances are at the beginning stages, you're going to have more time, more capacity. You're going to be completely over delivering for that client. So make sure that you're not lowballing your prices. The next thing is to understand that the revenue is in the reviews. So whenever I get somebody who says to me, I want to create more clients. I want to work with more clients. I want to create more wealth in my business. I always tell them to go back and love their clients, essentially, like Gandhi. I'm not quite sure who had that quote, but it's so true. If you want more clients, you've got to deliver a really great service to the clients that you've already got, because the revenue is in the reviews. If you get incredible testimonials, feedback, and referrals from your current clients, you can leverage that. And that's kind of like the last thing that I want to circle back to, is around leverage. So we'll come back to that in a minute, but an incredible and powerful testimonial from a client who looks like me, who has similar aspirations to me, that has the outcome that I want, is going to far outsell me than a really carefully created sales page. And my last two coaches that I've invested 5 figures into each of them, I didn't even look at their sales page. I just looked at their reviews and their recommendations. So always remember that the revenue is in reviews. I'm not about fast cash and high turnover of clients. I'm all about building a business in integrity, where, I've got clients that have been with me for nearly 2 years, where they just keep moving through my next program. And essentially that's why I keep creating them, because then we can continue that journey and I can continue to support them, because there is always more work to do. The next thing is all around, in terms of marketing your business, play to your strengths. That's something I feel really passionately about. Trying to build strategies to scale and market your business that make you feel uncomfortable, that don't play to your natural strengths or zones of genius, is the quickest way to burn out for me, or one of them anyway. I am a natural talker. I've always been a natural talker. I'm a chatty Cathy. I was always told off for this when I was younger, and I'm a manifesting generator, so I have no end of inspiration that comes to me. So obviously having a podcast, having a YouTube, having a blog, because I also have aspirations to write, leaning into email marketing is the perfect way to market my business. I'm also the kind of person that really loves human connection and being around other amazing women, which is why I always invest in masterminds, at least one, if not 2. So I'm currently in 2 masterminds right now, which means that in-person events and any form of community has to be added to my offer container, because I just thrive so much of other people's energy. But it also means that I love to collaborate. That helps me to grow my business in a really smart way. So rather than just relying on building my own audience, you can build an audience, borrow an audience, or buy an audience through paid ads. But my favorite way to do it, as well as organic marketing and building an audience who are in alignment with me and my energy, it's also about borrowing an an audience, of somebody who already has the attention of my ideal client. So for me, collaborations just fits naturally with my natural personality. So that's what I would love for you to do today, is review all of the places that you're currently marketing your business. If you're in every Facebook group, if you're on at every networking event, and on your social media 20 times a day, but you fucking hate it, guess what? That energy is going to shine through, and it's going to limit your conversions. Instead, think about, what do I actually really enjoy doing, and how can I now find a really clever way to market my business using that? So it just becomes an extension of something that I would be doing naturally anyway. I would love for you to do that exercise today. And if you aren't sure how to then translate that into a business model, come and join me in my brand new Soulful Business Building Academy, the Aligned, Empowered and Abundant Academy. It is so accessible, it's super affordable, and it's really going to support you over the next 12 months to grow and evolve into that next level of success in your business. I'll pop all the details in my show notes below. The next thing is around serving your clients. And this is where I would love for you to really take a moment to play to your human design and natural energy types when you're thinking about containers and how you want to serve your clients. Don't just look around and look at what everybody else is offering. Again, that's the quickest way to burn out and an unsustainable business model. If it does not fit you or serve you, or play to, again, any of your natural energy types or human design, it's really counterproductive. And when I started in business, it's the quickest way to fall out of love with your business as well. So when I first started in business, I moved into the coaching space, trying to do all of the things that everybody else was doing. I live launched when I absolutely hated it. I had continual group coaching programs that I really fell out of love with very quickly. Because I'm a manifesting generator, what really excites me is short bursts of energy and newness. So I love to create new programs, new academies, new options, new containers, because that's what keeps it fresh. That's what keeps it exciting for me. Other people love a rinse and repeat system. They find comfort in that. That's absolutely fine. But it's about understanding where do your natural strengths lie when it comes to an energy type. So what continues to fill your cup and feel exciting in your business? So I'd love for you to look at your current offer suite and your product ladder to see if either there's something that you can add in there that will then mean that you can either there's ebbs and flows in business. So maybe there's programs that you're running quite right now that if you could perhaps put something in your product ladder that will subsidize the income from that program, that means that you can then move away from it to create something new, or to come back to it at a later date and create some more space, then do that exercise today. And again, if you're not sure what that might look like or translate for you, then come and join me in my academy. And if you are at a place where you're looking to scale your business, and the best place that I can support you with that is in the 7-Figure Sisterhood, which is my high touch mastermind, where again, I can help you with these higher level strategies and just looking at, okay, we've got something, how do we now make this sustainable, scalable and fun, and make sure that we're never leaving money on the table. At the beginning of every week, this is my number one exercise that I do every week. I want you to essentially draw out 3 boxes. The first one will be grow, the second one will be nurture, and the third one will be leverage. So quite often when I work with clients, they're like, I just don't know what I need to do. I start every week and I'm like, okay, now what? And I always say grow, literally write out 3 boxes. So grow will be every week you need to be looking at ways that you can grow your current audience and client base. And I want you to brainstorm all of the ways that you can do that this week. Now it could look, there's so many things that you could do every week. It could be, through organic social media and content marketing. It could be through creating a lead magnet or funnels. It could be through asking for referrals or affiliates. It could be attending networking events, collaborations, creating new content. There's so many things that you could do to grow your audience and get new eyes on your offer every week. It's about, ensuring that you're always kissing new frogs, because the prince and the frogs and those sorts of things, it's a numbers game in business. And a lot of people don't want to admit that, but it is. Not everybody is going to be a hell yes right now. Sometimes, people buy in lots of different ways. There's lots of different psychology of buyers. Some people need yes. And I've had people that have not invested in one program, but they've invested in something else. The next one wasn't for them, but the one after that was. And that's just how it goes with business. So you always need to make sure that you're mitigating your risk in business by always having new eyes on your offers and increasing your chance, and you're always growing your email list and all of the things, because that just only spreads the risk and increases the opportunity of sales and new clients. The next box, nurture, is all around how you nurture your current audience and build trust and move them closer to sale, but also how you serve your current clients. So this is about giving an incredible service so that they then feel compelled to be an ambassador of your brand, that become the raving fans, that then go out and help, send you testimonials and referrals and help you to grow your business as well. And then the last thing is about leverage. So now I've had these fantastic clients, now that I've got these incredible results, now that I'm starting to drive this traffic and move them through my process and everything else, how do I now leverage? So this is now about, ensuring that you never leave money on the table. You're maximizing every bit of content, every bit of social proof, every bit of testimonials. So this could be like repurposing content, this could be asking for referrals, it could be setting up affiliate programs for past clients, it could be downselling them into other offers, it could be upselling them into other offers. But it's about making the most of what you've currently got, looking at your network and how you can then leverage that to create more opportunities to just go right back to the beginning of that cycle again, helping you to grow your audience. So this is, again, my mastermind is where, and any of the community containers that I have is all around supporting each other and creating that really beautiful community where women do support each other to grow and thrive, and how we can all help each other, i.e. leverage each other to grow our businesses and our offers and our social proof and all of the things. And then the last thing, so that kind of covers off leverage nicely for me. If you've got any questions about how you can leverage further, it's the same as well with money. So I know I've done a separate episode on this, so I would love for you to go back to that. But every week I sit down and think, right, okay, how can I grow my money this week? How can I nurture the current and manage better the current money that I have? And then also, how can I leverage it further by multiplying it through smart investments? So how you do one thing in life is how you do everything. So all of this would probably apply to any area of your life. And then the last thing is around reviewing monthly and getting really strategic with the numbers in your business. Whatever way you want to cut it, you have to get into that CEO mindset and be trying to scale yourself out of your business as quickly as possible, so that rather than working in your business, and when you stop, your business stops, you are only working on your business instead. So what I would say as a monthly exercise, I always have a monthly CEO day, and that is around really celebrating the wins from that month, even if you've had a terrible month and things have not gone to plan, because you always need to make sure that you have a plan. And it's not about, getting lost in the planning in your business. I'm all about the inspired action and just getting out there and doing the damn thing. That will get you much further in business than continually planning and never actually getting anything done or implementing or integrating or anything. But you have to celebrate those wins along the way and really acknowledge to yourself the journey. Otherwise, that's how we make it safe. That's how we acclimatize our mindset, like we would acclimatize it to our next level of wealth. That's how we acclimatize ourselves to our next level of growth. It's by celebrating and acknowledging the little wins along the way. The next thing is around taking the lesson. So in any situation, the good, bad, the ugly in business, failures, client refunds, client rejections, failed launches, there is always a lesson in there that is going to help you to come back stronger, more resourceful, more creative, more adaptable, more innovative on the next thing. And it's recognizing the blessings in your business. So sometimes when we feel like, oh, I missed out on something didn't work out, I didn't hit this number, I didn't do this thing, it's actually, is there a blessing in there? Is this actually something that is saying to you, I had a failed launch once and it was the biggest blessing, because actually it cleared space for something that came through that was even more amazing, and it freed up my time massively. But it was only on doing that reflection and taking my ego out of the situation and stop making myself feel wrong that I really could see it for what it was. It was a blessing, and thank God for that. And then lastly, it's about refocusing yourself then ahead for the next month, and always having that commitment to growth, whatever that looks like for you. I always track my monthly income by year-on-year trends, because I always want to make sure that I'm growing, expanding, and the easiest way for me to measure that, as well as just feeling and knowing and looking at my plans for development for the year ahead, it's around obviously then having the visibility of the financial tracker as well. So I would love to encourage you to get really astute with, recognizing, as I said, in my money mindset, where you may be holding yourself back, where you need to start investing in your business, where you are becoming the block to your own growth. And that only comes from having that strategic overview of where you want to be in your business, what it ultimately stands for, what you want to be known for, what you want to create, and get out there into the world, and then acting in integrity and alignment with those values at all times. I think one of the testaments to me as a business owner, the reason I've been around so long is because I always act in integrity, and that has impacted me financially over the years. That has cost me clients because they've gone to somebody that looks shinier, more exciting, more new, but it's also given me a lot more longevity in business because nobody can say anything bad about me. And that feels really good, because how you do one thing in life is how you do everything. So I hope that you found a lot of value from this episode. If you've got any follow-up questions, make sure you let me know either in the comments below, or feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I hope that you are loving this series. It's been really, really great for me. And if you would like any follow-up episodes, just let me know. But otherwise, have a fantastic day. Thank you for listening to this episode. It's been amazing to share this time with you, and I feel honoured to be part of your journey. If you've loved what you've heard, had an aha moment, or found value in this episode, then please do like, comment and share. I would love to connect with you on Instagram and Facebook, so come and find me, and I look forward to helping you build your epic life.